the conversation in your celebrity travels, Dave Coulier, from Jeff Daniels saying, I get told I look like you, or just you get told he...
Well, we met each other at a Detroit Red Wings charity golf tournament, and we had never met. We're both from Michigan. And so he's turning around a corner, and I come around the same corner, and he looks at me, and he starts pointing at me, so I started pointing back at him. And he goes, if one more person... I go, wait, hold on. If one more person says dumb or dumber to me, he goes, if one more person does that cut it out thing, I'm going to strangle you. And then we hugged it out, and it was all okay. But he's my doppelganger, yeah.
So we had, I've been obsessed with this certain thing recently. And as I was leaving work yesterday, Joey, another Joey, not like your Joey, but...
No, well, I see what you did there.
He texts me, he goes, hey, check out, look at Dave Coulier's Instagram. And it was your profile picture was of the Liberace movie.
Yeah.
I've been obsessed with that movie.
Have you really?
Did you watch it?
Those were some of the worst wigs I've ever seen.
Awful wigs. But
en masse.
What'd you think of the act? Like I
couldn't get through it without laughing.
Because it's not like they ever be, it was Michael, it was Gordon Gekko and Jason Bourne doing it.
Yeah, but did you... You couldn't have taken it seriously. You had to laugh a couple times.
I've been playing I'll play the creepy audio. There's so many.
Yeah.
When you hear, put the headphones on.
I didn't think he was gay enough. I thought he could have been a lot gayer.
It sounds like Michael Douglas really faking a awkward, creepy voice. So you don't really say, oh, hey, I'm watching Liberace. You're watching Michael Douglas do it.
Play like a Good Morning.
Hang on. Oh, he took it out again.
Oh, my God.
Why does he keep doing that? All right, hang on.
Good morning. Well, look who's up.
Right? Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, it's just, you have to laugh.
My favorite is the way he says Scott. Play the one Scott. Say yes, Scott.
Say yes, Scott.
See, I think it should have been called What's That Candelabra Doing Behind Me? That's what I thought it should have done.
Do you know it's the highest rated show on HBO in over 10 years?
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Higher than Jeff Daniels' show? The news show?
The Newsroom.
Yeah.
That's a good show. I like that. I watch I'm hooked into all the, Boardwalk Empire, Game of Thrones.
Breaking Bad.
And, no, I'm not a big, I never kind of, people are like, Weeds, Californication.
That's a little too deep.
Sons of Anarchy?
None of those. No. I watch sports and then whatever on HBO that is a series.
Well, we play a game called Remember the Time. We have a contestant online who is also from Michigan, but you got to have your headphones.
Okay, here we go.
You don't like headphones, do you?
I don't like headphones. I don't know why.
It's not going to mess up
You know
your
what it does? It separates the hair on the back of my head. That's what it does.
You need that together. That hair's got to be together.
Hatchet wound is.
You're at the Tempe Improv all weekend. The website, TempeImprovAZ.com, or your website is DaveCoulier.tv. Logan, good morning. You're on the air, Dave Coulier. You're going to play Remember the Time?
Good morning.
Good morning.
He's from Michigan, too.
What part of Michigan? What street?
I'm from Canton.
Oh, Canton.
Right up Joy Road.
I have played the Canton Performing Arts Center there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just by my house.
Yeah.
That's by his
that was
house.
an exciting moment.
Hey.
Right?
That was exciting.
A couple of guys connecting over Michigan.
Heck yeah.
All right, so this is how it works. We have clips for movies and TV shows and news events from a certain year. We all guess what time.
I'm never good at this.
Neither am I. Don't worry. I never win.
You never win either?
It's okay.
When did you graduate high school? What year would you have been a graduate?
2004 from Salem High School.
All right, so Logan, what about you, Dave Coulier?
1947. I'm trying to think back. It was so long ago. I'm going to be 80 tomorrow. Yeah.
But I wouldn't worry about the hatchet wound in the back of your head. You look good for 80.
I'm starting to look like a hatchet. Okay.
All right, so we play clips. It's movies. It's TV stuff. It's all stuff from back in the day. You listen to all of the clues and see if you can figure out what year it happens.
We all take turns.
Everybody takes turns, okay? So are you guys ready for your audio clues?
Here we go.
Sure.
Let's remember the time.
You connect a bullet to 2 murders. You're gonna do whatever I tell you to do.
You know more than you're letting on.
Unless I get the cops to kill it by tomorrow morning, I'm going to jail.
Who killed it, damn it?
Devil in a blue dress.
It's not fair to deny me all the cross I bear that you did to me. You ought to know.
I was still a boy when I first climbed this hill and saw what was to become my city. I named it Camelot.
And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film.
If we launch and we're wrong, what's left of Russia is going to launch at us. I'm captain of this boat. I don't have to think this over.
Lots of big clues. Celebrity Dave Coulier gets to go first. What did you hear? What did you recognize? What year do you think that happened?
He shouldn't go first, so he could
I
figure out
just have to guess the year?
No, you want, like, he shouldn't go first.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
then-
You know what I mean? Like,
Then let's let
contestant-
Logan go
contestant
first.
Because the contestant walk. So what they do is they just like remember how Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You walk through your memories. So
Okay.
like Logan, what year do you think it took place?
Okay.
Well, I heard some Alanis Morissette in there, and some Deep Blue Something, and I think that was mid-'90s. So let's put 95 on it.
Okay, Logan says 1995.
Kyle, you want to guess before Dave Coulier?
I guess so. Do you want me to guess before you?
Yes.
Okay. So I heard Breakfast at Tiffany's in there. Doesn't really ring a bell, but then the Alanis does because I remember my cousin coming to the ranch where we got married. We see him every summer, and she was singing Alanis, and we were like, "What are you singing?" And she was from Minnesota, and we're like, "Ugh, Minnesota." Anyways, and then we came in style, and then it was like in style the next year, and I was like, oh, she was like totally way ahead of us. And I thought that, gosh, 95, 96 is probably, but I don't know if You Ought to Know was the first one. I don't think it was, so I'm going to say 96.
Okay, Kyle says 1996. Johnjay, would you like to go before comedian, actor, hell of a nice guy, Dave Coulier?
All right, so yeah, there was Devil in a Blue Dress, Denzel Washington, Crimson Tide. That was Denzel and Gene Hackman. Man. 95. See, so you can't take the same year. You got to come up with a different year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think it was 95.
Unless, of course, you know what the year
I think
is.
Logan got it right. So I'm going to go 93.
Okay, so Johnjay says 93. Kyle says 96. Logan says 1995. Dave Coulier, what did you hear? Would you recognize? What year do you think that happened?
See, now, I dated Alanis Morissette
That's what I
many
thought.
years ago, and I distinctly remember when Jagged Little Pill came out. And I know what the answer is.
What is it?
Oh, really?
Can
It's,
you guess?
well, but I have to guess a different year.
But you
it's
ought to
going to be
know
the wrong.
that song. It's not necessarily the album.
It's the year that came
You were
out.
dating her when that came out? Or you were dating
No,
her?
no. I dated her.
Exactly.
She was writing a lot of stuff, and then
Was it one of those songs about you?
Yeah.
I will never admit that. The
Yeah.
guy in that.
All right.
The guy in that
No, deep-
song is such a
There's
tool.
something-
It was Deep Blue Something that was written about you. That some Breakfast at Tiffany's.
I'll
was written
never tell. I was.
Yeah, I think-
I was
Denzel
Audrey
Washington.
Hepburn.
I
Okay.
mean, the rumor-
All right, there. Do you want to know?
Isn't
Yeah.
the rumor that You Ought to Know is about you, though?
That's
Was
the
that the
rumor.
song? Oh, okay.
That-
I didn't
you're
know that was
right.
the
That's
song.
I
the
mean,
rumor.
those are some pretty crazy
Okay,
lines.
so
See,
what
urban myth.
year is it?
It's I know Jagged Little Pill came out in 1995. So that would be my guess,
might
but
be
everybody
right.
got to guess way before me. So
I tried to
I'll
let
say
you guess.
2016.
Wait, so you guys broke up way before that?
Yeah.
So you look at you still following her career.
We met in 1992, but we, stayed friends. And after Jagged Little Pill came
Boy, you really hurt
back
her.
out, you stop.
I mean, that's
You
After
stop
the
right
album
now.
was
I
out,
did
you were
not.
How do you think you got that
No,
hatchet?
she's great.
That
Poor
hatchet,
Alanis.
that hatchet mark in the back of his head came from her.
It was originally called "You Ought to Die," and then a hatchet hit me
I
in
mean,
the back of the head.
those are some pretty specific lines, though. I mean, about theaters and stuff.
Yeah,
that you threw
I'm
out.
not going to admit it was me, though. I mean,
At least
just
it wasn't
saying,
Michael
there was a
Douglas.
lot of familiar stuff in Jagged Little Pill that rang very
like,
close to
hey,
home.
yeah.
Good morning.
So all I get to guess is the wrong year?
Yeah, I guess so.
I
Sorry.
don't like this
Guess
game now.
95.
All right, so who got it right? Logan guessed 95.
My, you
I'm
guessed
saying
2000.
95.
Well, okay, so Dave Coulier and Logan are right. It's 95.
That was a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to
That
be.
was a long way to
Did
go.
you break up with Alanis?
Yes. She was living in Ottawa, Canada at the time, and well, there goes Logan.
Logan didn't want to hear your story.
No, he was like, I don't like
like,
him.
Put it in a movie.
I don't
we
like
can't wait for
him.
the Dave Coulier movie to come out. They get Matt Damon
Where
and
I
Michael
talk
Douglas.
like this. Is that a candelabra behind me?
And then I
Well,
played
lights
Uncle
out.
Joey.
So,
Lights
I said to
out.
Bob
I am-
Saget one time, good morning, Bob.
Hello.
Say yes, Bob.
Come here, Danny Tanner.
Say yes.
Come here. I want you to cut it out. Bob, I don't know if you've seen Bob's recent Showtime special. He talks about my nether regions again
Oh, I guess.
on HBO. I don't know. I don't
He's
even
dirty.
think he's. I don't
He's
even think
dirty.
he's seen me. I don't
You,
even think
you
he's.
do all clean
He
comedy,
has.
don't you? You do big
Yeah, my
family-
stuff's. Yeah, well, Bob is my filthy Jewish sister. He's totally different.
Right.
Yeah,
Your
my
stuff-
stuff's clean.
Clean
my
comedy
stuff. I
sounds
could do
so
all my
hard.
stuff on television. Like I could do all my stuff on the Tonight Show
Oh, that's great, man.
or in primetime TV.
Well, thanks for coming in, man. Website is
Thank you.
tempeimprov.com for tickets. In fact, caller 14 will send you up tickets right now, 877-937-1047. Thanks, Dave Coulier.
We love Dave Coulier.
Hey, that was pretty fun.
It's like it's 1995 all over again.
You did good.
All right, it's Johnjay and Rich.
Thanks.